Hey there, guys. My name is Erin Griffith, and I am the principal here at Brock Elementary. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you guys about Eagle Period, which is something that we started on our campus last school year and are excited to be continuing this year. Eagle Period basically is an hour a day where we really are dedicated to each student's individual needs, what they're showing us throughout the day, whether that be intervening or interventions where they're showing us that they may have some gaps, or extending on the learning that we've already been doing in class, but really taking it several steps further and looking into that. So our student groups are based on regular assessment data. So what does that mean? That could be something as simple as the tests that they're taking regularly in class. It could be their Fontes and Pinnell, which is how our teachers assess their reading one-on-one. It could be their iStation data, previous STAR scores, benchmark data, and a lot of our assessment comes from just the conversations that we're having with students every day, whether that be through conferencing or whether that be through just our whole group discussions that we facilitate with students. We're able to really pick up on where our kids are feeling successful and where they may need some extra support. So all of that information comes together, and our teachers take that and then they break our students up into different groups for that grade level's Eagle Period hour. And so our Eagle Period is broken up into two different sessions, two 30-minute sessions, and those sessions can either be tailored towards interventions or they could be towards extensions, just again, based on what your students are showing us throughout the day, every day. And so to do this and be successful at it, we do have a team that comes in and supports our grade level teachers when we do have Eagle Period time. And so our intervention staff is Miss Jill Blanton, who is our intervention specialist, Crystal Barrett, who is our dyslexia specialist. We have Morgan Chestnut, who is over our computer-based interventions and other just helping us to manage the intervention process. Renee Barnett does our reading intervention. Jane King also does our CEI lab, which is with our younger students, typically K through 1, but sometimes second grade, where they're really focusing on that foundational reading and those things that they've got to build early. And so we also have Miss Stacy Jarrett, who helps out with GT and our English language learners here on the campus. And so we have a fabulous staff of interventionists that step in with our grade level teachers, and they work together to create amazing opportunities for our kids, just to really serve them where they're at. So I'll first start by talking a little bit about the interventions, and then I'll go on to what our kids are doing during extension. Basically, we offer a variety of different research-based programs to support kids in the things that they're showing us that they need help with. So if a student is in dyslexia, we usually pull our dyslexia students at this time instead of having them come out of a reading classroom or something to that measure. Level literacy intervention is another intervention that we have with a very small group of students that we really are able to help those kids build their reading so that they can be more confident in class. We also have a variety of small group targeted reading and math interventions that we run in the regular classrooms during this time. Usually these groups are no larger than 10 students per group, and we're really able to use this time to either reteach something that our kids are showing us, you know what, this skill has not really stuck the way that we initially taught it, so let's redo this until they show us they've got it. Or maybe it is going to be a pre-teach so that we give these kids the opportunity to be in class and be a successful part of the conversation that's going on in there. Again, just meeting the individual needs of the kids. We also have our iStation and other computer-based interventions that we're using during this time. We also have our extensions running at this time. We not only service our GT kids in the classroom, but also we will be doing some GT servicing during our Eagle Period as well. We have a variety of cross-curricular projects that encourage students to dig deeper into the curriculum and really take a closer look at what they're doing and give them a better opportunity to apply what they've already learned. And the cool thing about this is that all students really have the opportunity to be in an interventions or extensions. We run these interventions and extensions so fluidly that just every couple of weeks when we have reassessed our kids, some kids may show, you know what, they've been in intervention for a couple weeks, but they're ready to be in an extension group now. Or they've been in an extension group and they've come across something that is a lot more difficult for them, and maybe that their background knowledge is not there in that area for some reason, then we can move them into another group to be able to help them. And so all of our kids are just kind of moving in and out of groups based on what they're showing us individually that they need. And so we hope that this really helps to fill some of those holes and really, open our kids' minds to how far they can go with their learning. And so this was just a brief overview of what we're doing during Eagle Period. If you have other questions, if you have ideas or concerns, we would love to hear from you. And again, thanks for listening, and hope you guys have a great day. Go Eagles!